My name is Nicholas Charles, and the three qualities that I possess is old-fashioned, direct, and reserved. So, firstly, for example, I'm old-fashioned. Everything that I like to do, most of my interests and like my morals and my values, will be considered old-fashioned. My parents are the age of most of the guys my age is grandparents. So my dad is 75, my mom is 67. So a lot of things that I was raised upon, a lot of things that I did were different as opposed to the guys that were raised by guys who were 30 years old, 40 years old, and so on and so forth, right? And secondly, a lot of things, like I said, my interests, my music, the cars that I like to listen, like that I like to drive, I like to interest in everything like that. It's going to be a lot different, and it impacts the way that I raise my children as well. The way that I teach them, the things that I teach them, like you fall down, get up. I don't run to them, give them a Band-Aid whenever they get a little bit of cut or a little bit of boo-boo, because that's not life, and that's how I was raised. So some people consider me just an old soul. That's what I am. Secondly, the thing that I possess is being direct. Me being a religious man, I understand that tomorrow's not promised to anybody. So any given day, I can wake up and it could be my last day, or I can go out there in traffic and unfortunately get hit by a car and pass away. I can get sickness or something to that matter. So that being said, I don't have time to waste time because I don't know how much time God gave me. So whenever I talk to somebody, I don't like to beat around the bush. I'm very, very direct in what I say. Some people like it, other people do not like it, but I do understand that by doing that, it strays away from miscommunication, and it almost always provides clarity. So whenever somebody leaves a conversation with me, they can't say, maybe I didn't know what he was saying, or, oh, I didn't understand what he was saying, because I was very, very direct. And then thirdly, I'm very, very reserved. So I don't like to reveal too much about myself. Some people could consider me mysterious. Other people can consider me laid back or collected. That's just the way that I am. It also, by being reserved, it allows me to observe people and see who they truly are as a person before I show any type of emotion. And I found that to be very, very good in my favor. Before I start to let somebody know too much about myself, I learn a little bit about them, and that's going to dictate how much I tell them about myself, because you can't trust everybody. So when you think of Nicholas Charles, think of me as old-fashioned, direct, and reserved. I'm a young man with an old soul.